So far, the marketing for the She-Hulk series on Disney Plus has been kind of a disaster for Marvel. Not only were the first couple trailers roasted by fans because of how bad the CGI looked, amid all these reports coming out that Marvel has been overworking their VFX artists and they're starting to revolt because they just can't keep up with it anymore, but also it was full of cringe dialogue and humor that basically no one laughed at, as well as the old tradition for Disney of taking a male hero and tearing them down to show how incredible the female character is. We saw that with Hulk. She-Hulk Disney Plus series removes Bruce Banner's role in Jennifer Walters' origins, depicts her as being the better Hulk, because anything that Hulk could do, she could just immediately do better with no problem. And now the director of She-Hulk herself is coming out and essentially acknowledging that yes, this is made by women for women. That might be why so many people aren't interested in She-Hulk. She-Hulk director Kat Coro confirms Disney Plus series is developed with a focus on inclusivity and making sure the story was told through the female lens. As if the Disney Plus series attempt to market itself by downplaying the achievements and experience of the Jade Giantess' more famous cousin wasn't proof enough already, She-Hulk attorney-at-law director Kat Coro has confirmed that two of the most important aspects of the next MCU's entry developments were inclusivity and making sure the story was told through the female lens. Coro provided this insight into the series' focus on a recent interview given to Entertainment Weekly. Asked by staff writer Sydney Buxbaum how having a, quote, team of all women behind the camera influenced the series production. Yeah, I'm not surprised at all to find out that that's the case. Imagine if I was gonna make something and my goal is to be, you know what, I just want all men here. I don't want a single woman here. That is my goal, to not have a single woman on set for this, making all of these decisions. How do you think that would go over? Does that sound inclusive to you? It doesn't sound very inclusive to me, but that's the definition of inclusion and diversity and representation when it comes to Disney and Hollywood. The director asserted, "I'll be so excited on the day when that is not a big deal. We're not there yet, but I hope this show is part of that movement where it's just accepted that some shows are predominantly led by women because that's how life is." It was definitely something we talked about inclusivity and making sure the story was told through the female lens. Comic books have traditionally in the art been through the male gaze. And so there was a lot of talk about what is the female gaze and how do we create this from our point of view. I don't know, is the female gaze cringe, unfunny humor? Is the female gaze terrible CGI that's been put into this project? Maybe that's the female gaze they're going for. But at the same time, you also have to know your audience. You have to know the comic book audience is predominantly male. Even the MCU audience still is predominantly male. You might not want to believe that. I know you've been trying to change that for years. A lot of the male audience may have been walking away to get those numbers up a little bit. But these movies, these types of movies, these action comic book movies, more men are going to see this than women. That is not a secret. That is not a surprise. That's just the truth. And as much as we joke about the MCU, which is what it's turned into in Phase 4 of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, they're basically even advertising that now. Here's Gary from Nerdrotic MCU. This is on Disney's own Instagram advertisement. A must-she series. We've seen this over and over, and I think I can pull this up. Might be a little loud.
A must-she series.
The must-she series, MCU, She-Hulk. This is made by women for women. Don't you understand? Well, I'm not sure you're gonna like how many people actually tune in to watch this, as you take a Hulk who's already been destroyed in the MCU and just embarrass him and emasculate him further in order to prop up this character who should be able to stand on her own, but you won't let her. The director then revealed, with these goals in mind, one thing I always come back to was wish fulfillment. Elements of getting to see her walking down a dark alley, someone gives her a hard time, and she's able to kick their butts. It was something every single woman could relate to, any woman of any age. How exciting would it be to walk home in the dark and not worry? She-Hulk's able to walk home even while wearing headphones and not worry, because she has the power to not feel vulnerable physically. And I think that's a pretty unique thing that only a group of women could have brought to this, among much other nuanced things as well. Yes, Only a woman could possibly relate to that, and only women could bring this to life in an authentic way. Well, I guess we'll see how it goes. You guys are very proud that only women are working on this, that only women are working behind the scenes on She-Hulk. That's what inclusivity means to you. Excluding male counterparts and having an exclusive female team. Somehow, I don't think it's going to play out very well for you in the ratings, but I guess time will tell. What do you guys think about what the director had to say? Is this good PR for She-Hulk? Let me know. Smash a like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, share this video out there, and I'll talk to you later.
Thanks for watching, everyone, and a huge shout out to my patrons. I appreciate you guys so much. Want to follow me on Twitter or Instagram? Check out the description below. You'll find links to my PO box and my Patreon as well. And I'll talk to you guys later.